Okay, grade 8. We're going to start the grammar lesson today, page 106 till 109. Today's lesson is about linking sentences. Last time we have studied linking words. So now, today's lesson, linking sentences, okay? Here. So here, those are the linking, linking. For example, the words if not, or unless, or in case. How do we use them? What do we use them for? We use them to connect the sentence. That means they link the sentences to a sentence. That's how we use the linking these words to link the clauses. Okay, so have a look at this one. If not, or unless. When do we use this one? To say something happened if we don't do something. If we don't do something, we use if not or unless, which is more like a first conditional sentence, okay? So have a look at the example. They will miss the train if they don't leave at once. If here, they will miss train. This is our first part of this sentence. This is the second part. They don't leave at once. We join them. We connect those clause sentence with if. So what's going to happen if they don't leave now? That means they're going to miss the train, which is creating the first conditional. Next one, they will miss the train. They will miss the train. Another one, they leave at once. They leave at once. Where is our linking word? The linking word is unless. So what's the difference between those two sentence examples? We can use if and we can use unless. There is only one difference if you can realize that, which is over here. Don't. We don't have here over here, don't. Do you see that? Don't. If goes with negative, which is if not here, if not. If you're gonna go no, if you will use negative, that means don't, won't, or based on the what, if it's auxiliary or main verb, you're going to create negative. If you don't leave me, you leave now, you will miss the train. So, but when you use unless, we do not use negative form. That's why you will miss the train unless you leave it once. Okay. So the meaning, both of them same, but usage is a bit different if you're going to use it with the negative and unless with the positive sentence. So next one, in case. In case it means to explain arrangement. Arrangement and the plans that have been made for event. For example, you have some event, that event has been arranged or planned already. So let's have a look at this one. We have offered 2 big tents for the parents. We have offered 2 big tents for parents. This is the sentence number 1. It rains is the sentence number 2. Where is our linking word? Linking word over here is in case. So this word could link those 2 sentences together to create arrangement and plan. For example, it might rain. In case if it rains, they have arranged big tents, not the small tent. Why? This is the arrangement for the event. Maybe they went for picnic, maybe they went for traveling, you know, outdoor traveling. And then it says again, continue here, have a look, okay? And there will be a doctor and nurse on hand. There will be a doctor in hand, a doctor and nurse. The another part of sentences, we have any injury. If you see those sentences together, it doesn't relate at all. We have a doctors and we will have a doctors and nurse. Another one, we have an injuries. It doesn't relate to us at all. To put them together as one sentence, you can use a linking word as in case. When you put them together, meaning comes a lot senseful. For example, in case if there's any injury, or harm, there will be a doctor and nurse. So that's how we connect two sentences with the linking word, especially in case this one when we talk about talk about the plans or arrangement. Okay, let's move on. Next part. Furthermore, moreover, what's more? Where do we use them for? Where do we use and how do we use, what do you use them for? In business letters or formal speeches or when writing to a newspaper, which is very formal, because we use them in a very formal expression, which is formal, okay? How? There is a letter. If there is a letter, formal speeches, or in writing to a newspaper, which is formal writing. That's why we use it, for example. Furthermore, I would like to draw your attention to the last paragraph of the article. This is the person is given in a speech. He is given a speech, right? A speech, and maybe he's explaining on the board something else. So he said, furthermore, I would like to draw your attention to the last paragraph of the article. So here, we use this linking word at the beginning of the sentence. Furthermore, moreover, what's more? At the beginning of the sentence, not like any other linking words like if, unless, in case. Those goes at the beginning of the sentence. So let's have a look at the next page. Here. Here. The next one is here. But, though, and however. Also, we use them as a linking word. How do we use them? Where do we use them? What do we use them for? But, and although, to join contrast idea. What does that mean, contrast idea? Contrast ideas together. Contrast ideas means that one side is positive, another side is negative. That means opposite, contradict. So for example, although it is a simple camera, it is simple camera, it is very simple, okay? It's very expensive. How come? Although it is simple camera, it's very expensive. If it's something simple, we expect it to be cheaper or at least normal range of price. But it's very expensive, however, although it is a simple camera. So this brings us the contrast idea together. For example here, though it's a simple camera, it is very expensive, the same sentence. But if you're going to see this, though over here, it's less formal than although. Otherwise, they have a similar meaning, okay? Less formal way, we can use though, but more formal way, we can use although. So it is a simple camera. It is a simple camera. It's very expensive, though. Usage part of the although. You see that we use it at the end of the sentence. It is simple camera. It is expensive, though. Sheffield used to be very dirty city, but now it is much cleaner. So if you can see here, but also it brings the contrast idea. You see, it used to be dirty city, which is dirty, but here word comes clean, which is contrast ideas. So though, but, although, though you bring to bring up with the contrast idea together, you're going to use them. But the though is less formal than although, and but is usual, and it's formal, informal, both way we can use. But although at the beginning of the sentence, though goes at the end of the sentence, but goes in between, middle of the sentence. Okay. So now next one, have a look at the one. However, in a more formal situation, to emphasize, it is more formal, but more emphasize the contrast between the sentences. That means we are highlighting the contrast idea, which is contradictions. Okay, for example here, John's written work is the best. His work is the best here. He is drawing is very poor. You see that? Here is the best, here is a very poor. But here, we bring in the contrast idea to make the sentence a lot professional and more fluent way. We using linking word, however. So John's written work is the best, but his drawing, however, is very poor. Or, however, his drawing is very poor. Poor contradict with the best, which is contrast idea. So, however, you can use it in the middle of a sentence or at the beginning of a sentence. So next one, let's have a look. On the other hand, to express contrast, again, you're going to express a contrast, but it must be separated with comma. Don't forget about that one. You have to use separated by comma. For example, John's written work is the best. His drawing, on the other hand, is very poor. If you can see that, you know, that here, have a look at here. However, it comes in the middle of the sentence. That's why you're going to use double comma between both sides. But at the beginning of the sentence, you're going to use a comma and the continue. But on the other hand, we cannot use any position any except middle position. That's why we're going to use it in both of them, both sides with the comma to express the contrast idea. Okay. So let's move on. I hope everything is clear. Okay, next page is about the exercise. Okay. So now, as a linking word, we're going to use if with not, unless, in case. We talk about the condition, we talk about the arrangement and plan. But here, furthermore, moreover, what's more is about more formal way of using. For example, in business letter, formal speech, or the written newspaper, writing to a newspaper. And they have initial position. Okay, here. But although we use them to bring up the contrast idea together, although goes at the beginning of the sentence, though it's less formal than although, and also we use but. But is the mid position, although has initial position, and though has end position. Okay. Then also we have on the other hand, you have to use it with the comma, separated comma, because why? It's always in mid position. Okay, so let's have a look at the exercise now. Here we're going to use in case or unless. Okay, complete the sentence by you crossing out in case or unless. Here. I will not bring an umbrella in case it rains. Okay, in case we're talking about what? We're going to cross out unless. Why is that? We're talking about, he is talking about some arrangement. Okay, here is the arrangement. That's why we have used in case. Unless it brings the contrast ideas. There's nothing to be contradicted about, so we use an arrangement. Next one. I will not bring an umbrella in case, unless it rains. Aha. This one is different. Here I'm going to cross out, in case. Why? I will not bring an umbrella. He is talking, I will not bring it. It rains. He is expressing the contradiction. If it's not rain, I'm not gonna bring. That's what it means. Okay, next one. You should always wear a seatbelt in case or unless you have an accident while driving. Okay. Is there any contradiction? You should wear seatbelt while driving if there's any accident. You know. Here's in case, is we're talking about the safety of ourselves, which is more like a plan and arranging. You know, I'm going to wear a seatbelt in case anything happens. Otherwise, what? If you're going to use unless, it means like, you know, unless I have no accident, I'm not going to wear seatbelt. This is stupidity. It doesn't work. Okay. So next one, I don't usually wear glasses in class, in case, unless I'm driving. This is different. He is not wearing, he doesn't work, but he is driving here. If you're going to put in case, it's going to be in case I'm going to drive. The logic meaning, it doesn't make sense. Unless I'm driving, to drive safety, he use glass. Otherwise, he doesn't use glasses. Okay, next one. You'll catch a cold in case, unless you wear a coat. You will catch cold, that's a certain. If you're not going to wear it, that's gonna happen. That's why we're going to omit in case. Unless you wear it, you will catch cold. I'm leaving this company in case, or unless I get a pay rise. So here, let's think. I'm leaving the company. Is there possible chance that they increase my salary and then I'll leave company? Definitely not. So we're going to omit in case. Okay. So next exercise, let's move on. Next exercise here. Business condition, which more like sounds like more formal, right? Read this business condition and rewrite them using the word given. For example, let's have a look at this example, figure out how we're going to work. We cannot deliver before Christmas if the order is not received by 30 November. Here. We cannot deliver Christmas before Christmas, unless the order is received by November. So we have used over here linking word, what? Unless here. Here was if condition. So now here, if the boxes are not kept in a dry place, the company cannot accept responsibility. So how are we going to change it? The company cannot accept responsibility unless, what do you think? Unless, hold on, unless the company cannot accept the responsibility, unless the boxes are kept in a dry place. That means, the warranty, guarantee. If there's any damage or anything, the company accepts. But if this item is not supposed to be kept in a wet place, if you do that, they're not going to accept it. But the company cannot accept responsibility unless you keep it in a dry place. Next one, we cannot offer a refund unless the goods are in perfect condition. If we cannot offer a refund. So now we're going to go reverse way. Here was unless, here was if, and then unless. Now here, it's unless we're going to use if, which is we're going to create a conditional sentence. So if the goods are not in perfect condition, perfect condition, we cannot offer a refund. Sorry, there's a mistake. If the goods are not in perfect condition, we cannot offer a refund. So I'm going to leave this question number 3, 4, 5 for you to complete on your own. I think I have explained clearly. So let's move on to the next page. Okay. Explaining plans and arrangement. What do we use for arrangement and plans? We use what? In case, right? So there was a chance that my sister would visit. So I didn't go out. I didn't go out in case my sister visited. Okay? I thought my husband might wonder where I was, so I phoned him. I phoned my husband in case he might wonder where I was. Okay, we don't use a capital lowercase of I in anywhere else in a sentence, so. Okay, so next one. It might rain later, so you can take an umbrella. So take an umbrella in case it might rain. Okay, that's how we're going to use. So again, as usual, the rest of the exercise as 3, 4, 5, you're going to complete it on your own. I'm going to leave it for you. So let's see the next one. Here, making comments about people's work. Read these comments about 5 new members of the staff in a company. Rewrite the sentence using the word given. You may need to change the punctuation, for example. Sally works hard. She is not very productive. Although Sally works hard, she is not very productive, for example. But Sally works hard, but she is not very productive. Or, however, Sally works hard, however, she is not very productive. So you're going to choose any one of it. It's very simple. I'm going to leave it for you guys, okay? You're going to use, change his brain is quite young. His work is greatly appreciated. So you're going to, I'm going to give one example over here. Although brain is young, his work is greatly appreciated. So in such way, you're going to change the sentence into the, you're going to use the linking words to bring up the right meaning. Okay, so next, have a look here. Martin, the same thing. You're going to change the sentence using but, although, however. I'm going to leave those with you guys, okay? Because this is going to be very practical for you to practice on your own. And at the same time, it will give you a clear idea how to differentiate between them and where to use them. The most important thing is you have to use the position, initial position, mid position, or end position. Where do we use it? For example, but is in mid position, although is in initial position. However, you can possibly choose a choice of 2. So let's say here. Here, what we're going to do is that we're going to choose which one is the correct. There are 2 linking words are given, so you're going to choose which one it could be the best suitable. Again, I'm going to leave this up to you. You're going to omit what is what's to keep, what not to keep. So here, for example, it all seems quite sensible to me. What's more, on the other hand, the proposal has the support of all political parties. Okay, very sensible. On the other hand, you're going to choose. But what's more, on the other hand, if you go to the town hall, you can read the proposal free. Although, or however, if you want to have your own company, this is going to give you very critical, you have to give a critical thinking. Is it arrangement or plan? Is it contrast idea? Is it emphasizing? Or is it formal, informal? So I would like you to work on this by yourself, okay? So that's it for today's lesson. And I hope you guys join next lessons online, please. Thank you.